Hi, I'm Maria Peagler, author of Color Mastery, 10 Principles for Creating Stunning Quilts, and welcome to my monthly color video. Each month I create a new video on color and quilting to help you become more comfortable, more confident in your color choices so that you can get stunning quilts. This month I'm going to be talking about a color exercise that I developed from the new issue of Quilters Newsletter Magazine. Now this is the June-July issue of 2009, and on page 37 the president of eQuilter, Luana Rubin, came up with a list of 20 colors which are shown here that are the new hot colors for the upcoming year. And the way that she placed these is so that any two colors next to each other make a trendy color combination for the year. And so I decided to see if I could get these fabrics from my stash and see if I had them and if I could identify them. And I'll tell you, it was tough. It was very tough. Why? Well, in some cases, the colors were simply hard to identify what they were. Because in the article, Miss Rubin calls the colors names like mimosa and lilac, and that's what a lot of the color marketing groups do. They give you a very attractive name of a color. For example, this is the new hot color, which is called mimosa, which it's beautiful, it sounds great. You think of orange juice and champagne, but what does that really mean for a color in a quilt? I found a really hard time identifying this color, which is really kind of like a pinkish beige. Some of the colors were really difficult to identify. This color, from the article, it was difficult to tell if it was blue or blue-green. And in some cases, I really had to look in different places in my stash for where I thought I would find these colors. Now here's what I recommend that you do if you'd like to go through and do a great color exercise. First of all, I'm going to have a free download available at my website that will list all of these colors so that you can find them in your stash. Now what I recommend that you do is to pick these colors and see if you can identify the three elements in every color. For example, mimosa is really a medium value, medium intensity, yellow-orange. The medium value means it's not light or dark, it's somewhere in between. The medium intensity means it's not bright, it's not dull, it's somewhere in between. And it's not yellow, it's not specifically orange, it's a combination of both. This color right here is a blue-green. Now I don't know what the marketing name of it is. Probably something like seafoam. But it's a blue-green, a little bit more green than blue, but again it's kind of in the light to medium range for value. It's dull, it's not real bright, and it falls in the blue-green color range. So I recommend that you go through and identify the three elements of every color in this group, and that's going to help define your color vision. It's going to help you realize what is involved in each of these colors rather than calling something mimosa or seafoam, which is not going to be very helpful when you go into the quilt shop. The second thing that I recommend that you do is go through and just figure out which of these colors that you like. For example, right here there's a gray color. Now gray is not one of my favorite colors. It might be one of yours, if so, wonderful, but it is not one of my favorites. And that's important for me to know because even if it is a trendy color, I probably won't be using a lot of it in my quilts. And one of the things that I recommend in Color Mastery is that you keep a color journal and keep images of things that you like, whether in quilts, in gardens, in magazines, so that you can identify the colors that you like and the colors that you don't like. Because even if it's a trend, if it's a color I don't like, I'm probably not going to be using a lot of it. The other thing that I recommend that you do is go through and see some of these different combinations. Like right here I have a brown and a blue. It's almost a blue-green. And see, first of all, what the elements of these colors are, where they fall on the color wheel, and how much contrast do they have. Are they low contrast or high contrast? And then try to make a color palette around them. And that is really going to strengthen my color vision and help me realize if I would like to make a quilt from those two color combinations. So I'll have a free download available at my website, which is www.colormastery.com, with this grid with all 20 colors in it, so you can go to your stash and become a color master of the top 20 new hot colors for 2009. Again, this is Maria Peagler, author of Color Mastery, 10 Principles for Creating Stunning Quilts. Wishing you the best of color in your quilts.